Happy birthday, America. Today we are taking a special look at G&G's new electric rifle that is celebrating 250 years of the United States of America. So this is just going to be an unboxing review. I'm going to show you everything that comes with it. I'm going to show you what it looks like and all of its features and go over everything like that. So first of all, you can see the box. It's a very nice box. If you're into boxes, this is definitely one of the boxes to have for sure. And as you can see on the front, United States of America, 250, 1776 to 2026, and this is the anniversary edition. And there's actually a limited number of these made, and at the time of filming, there's only 30 of these in America. The rest of them will arrive in America soon, but they'll be here after July 4th. This is one of 30 of these guns that's in America before July 4th, which is, of course, our nation's birthday. The 4th of July, Independence Day. Now, as we can see up here, this is a gun that has a gate MOSFET system in here. Specifically, it has an ASTER that is pre-installed, and this is under the Game Masters series. And yep, so that's the front of the box. We will tip this over, and you can take a look at the top. Top is not going to be anything crazy. It has sort of your typical little indications for the type of gun it is, and all that stuff on here. And then this side has their manufacturer warranty and the social media and stuff like that. On the back, you can see some additional information. So again, honoring 250 years of American resolve. And we have a little quote here. In 1776, a nation was forged by citizens who believed liberty was worth defending. 250 years later, that same resolve lives on. The commemorative edition honors those who stood then and those who stand today. Freedom endures because it is defended. And we have an image of the gun here. And as you can see, it is very much Americanified. It's red, white, blue, and it's got a bunch of gold accents. And that's the back of the box there. And this is the side of the box. And we can see forged in history, carried forward, stand, defend, remember. And this is what is on the side of the box that you will have the tabs to open it on. And again, it's just some typical stuff on there. So yeah, this is definitely a fancy box, a nice box if you're into collecting boxes. If you save all yours, this is definitely one to add to the collection. But we're going to go ahead and get on inside and look at everything that is included with this limited edition gun from G&G Armament. All right, so here we have everything in the box except for the gun. And I'm going to show you this first. So we have the, this is basically advertisements for G&G. This has their new products in here. On the front page, we have their targeting system. And on the back page, we have, again, part of their target system. But then inside, there's stuff about their guns and stuff like that. We have the user manual, which is actually pretty cool. I did not expect them to make a specific American flag version of the user manual because this gun is available in the non-America edition. This is the TR16 GMS MK1, and this is specifically the American version. But you can get a plain black one if that is what you prefer, and that's what most people will have because the American version is very limited edition. And then in here, we have, of course, the user manual. I will go through all the pages so you can take a look if you want to. I'm only going to look at the English ones, but there is that. But I'm probably not going to look at this. I think I know what I'm doing. Hopefully, we'll find out. We have their warranty cards. This says the information for getting your gun warranted if you have any issues. Here we have the 30-round magazine that is included. This is a pretty cool looking magazine. It obviously has the facade of bullets, and these are three-dimensional bullets that are in here. So it looks pretty sweet, but unfortunately, because it looks so cool, there's not enough space to hold that many BBs, so it only holds about 30 BBs. But definitely, this is definitely a show magazine for sure. We have a programming card for the gate ASTER. So this is going to show you how to program to different modes using the trigger and the selector switch in order to program it to whatever modes you want to program it to. And here we have our certificate of authenticity, America 250 Defender of Liberty. And this is, looks like, this card does match the serial number on the gun. This is number 230 out of 2,000. So there's only 2,000 of these guns that will exist. And right now there's only 30 in America, but there will be a lot more in America soon, just whenever they arrive for the shipment. But yep, and we have E pluribus unum, which is also on the gun, and that means out of many one, which is sort of basically talking about how originally the 13 colonies joined together to become one nation to defeat the British. And that was the nation's original motto until we adopted a new one during the Cold War. And we have a included muzzle device on here. This is a tri-prong muzzle device, and this matches the gold color of the actual gun. And it looks like it has suppressor QD holes on here, or dimples, and it has an Allen key, or sorry, a grub screw that you can use an Allen key to tighten it and attach it to the gun so it doesn't come loose over time. I'm not going to put this on today, but this is included with the gun. In America, we do have the orange tip has to be permanently attached, so it's going to be a bit of a pain to remove the orange tip, but that's just how it is. Obviously, we have a cleaning rod. And then the last thing here, this is a tool. This tool is what you use to quick change the spring inside the gun to change the velocity, if you so choose. I personally have never used this tool before, but basically you just shove this down the buffer tube, and I believe you push in and turn, and then it'll pop out, and then you can do the reverse steps to put it back together. However, I do recommend you check out a video for how to do this if you want to know how to do it, because I personally have not done it before. I just know that this tool is what you use to do it. All right, so that is all of the stuff included besides the gun. And we are now going to switch over to the gun to take a look at the gun and all of its features and coolness and patriotism and everything like that, right? All right, so here we have the gun in all of its glory. And again, this is serial number 230 out of 2,000, and that does match the certificate of authenticity that was included with this gun. And as you can see, very patriotic, obviously red, white, and blue, and then also a lot of gold, because gold is a very shiny color and we like nice things. This gold is, it is not the rose gold that you have seen on their like pink guns, and it is actually definitely different than the gold that was on the gold ARP9s. This is much shinier than the gold on the gold ARP9s. I think this is the gold that they use now. However, I haven't really touched any of their newer gold guns. But this definitely looks really nice. It's very shiny, very like high quality looking finish on all these gold parts you see here. So yeah, obviously you have gold charging handle, gold selector switch, gold bolt catch, gold magazine release. You have gold stars up here. These gold stars are three-dimensional. I actually was surprised. I thought that these were just going to be like painted gold. I didn't know that they were going to be actually three-dimensional on here, which is pretty sweet. Very, very, very nice. I was not expecting that at all. And you have a gold barrel, obviously. And then if we flip it over, you get a gold dust cover, gold magazine release, again, gold selector, and gold charging handle, gold forward assist. And then I think your takedown pin looks like it's silver. I could be wrong, to be honest with you, but the takedown pin does look like that's silver, not gold. I could be wrong, to be honest with you. It's either gold or silver. Either way, it looks really nice. And then again, you have stars on the other side, 5 stars up here on the right side of the gun, 5 stars on the left side of the gun. And these are the three-dimensional stars, again, that I was talking about. On the barrel, here on the left side of the gun, we have America, a laser engraved on there, which is pretty sweet. And then on the right side of the gun, we have 250 engraved with 2 little stars on both sides. Hopefully you can see that. I don't know how well this is going to turn out on the camera. But that is, I believe, all the gold. There's some yellow like markings back here, and I'll go over that in a little bit. But The red, white, and the blue on this gun is painted on, and it's a very glossy, very slippery style paint, which is nice. And this handguard is a little bit different than the standard model. The standard, like all black model, has an extra MLOK slot right here. This one gets rid of the MLOK slot, so it has space to add these stars, which I think is fine. I'm never going to mount anything back there on any gun, and on this gun, I don't know why you would mount anything because it just looks so cool as it is. And yeah, the paint's glossy, a little bit sparkly, definitely nice high quality paint job on there. And then on both sides, on the magwell, you have America 250, E pluribus unum again. The same thing, that's out of many one, signifying the start of our nation, how we had 13 colonies come together and create a nation to defeat the British. And that's on both sides. Here on the stock, we have America 250. We have a bunch of stripes with an eagle. Eagle looks pretty sick, to be honest. And then we have an olive branch, I believe. Could be wrong, but that looks like an olive branch to me, signifying, you know, our greatness in achieving peace and stuff like that, probably. Although I don't quote me on that. I'm not actually familiar with exactly what that means. We have a rubber butt pad here, and this is in a red color. I don't think that G&G has ever made this in a red color before, so this may be a very unique item. If you want a red butt pad, this might be the only way to get one of those. And on this side of the gun, we again have 250 with some stripes. It is different. It's not exactly the same as the other side. And then we have 3 arrows here, instead of having the what I believe is an olive branch on this side. And that's pretty cool. And that's about like all the externals. We do have the flip up sights that G&G has now, which are pretty nice. So you have the basically pistol fiber optic style sights that are already there, but then you can flip it up to get your rifle type of sights, which is nice. It gives you both options, so you can be either way. The bolt does have a hold open feature, so we'll lock open, and then you can access your hop up. And this is G&G hop up, so it's pretty nice, very high quality. And then you can send the bolt forwards with the bolt catch. And I just noticed the front takedown pin is a very nice red color. That's a very glossy, shiny red color for the front takedown pin that I did not notice before. And I do apologize, there's probably a little bit, there's some pieces of styrofoam that's on here. This gun was packaged in styrofoam, and that gets kind of all over the place and stuff like that. So I'm going to go ahead, plug a battery in this, so we can see what it sounds like. This is going to be a very good gun. This is G&G, so their gears are going to be very high quality, their motor is going to be high quality, and this also has the gate ASTER, which is a very nice trigger system. So this gun's going to be pretty sweet, to be honest with you. Okay, to access the battery compartment, you have to press down on this button here, and the battery compartment will swing open. Some people can do their fingers. I definitely cannot. And then way down here, we will have our connector. And this is a Dean's connector. And we are going to pray to God that this is not loaded, because I actually did not check if this was loaded. So we will find out now. We are on safety, obviously, so it's not going to shoot. But if we put it over onto semi-auto, it's a very, very responsive gun. And then full auto. Definitely feels really nice. And this is on an 11-1 lithium ion battery. If you use a LiPo with like high discharge rate, you should get a much faster full auto, even more than that. But honestly, that's enough for me personally. This gun is definitely meant to use a LiPo because that's kind of the only thing you can really fit in the stock. I should actually show you guys that a little bit if I can. I don't know how easy it will be. But yeah, there's not much space in the stock. You're going to want to use a LiPo for sure, or a lithium ion. I would recommend an 11-1 because the gun can handle an 11-1. And why not go with the most powerful battery when possible. As far as sling mounting points, you have front QD sockets, and you have a QD socket on the stock, and then you also have a standard sling mount here at the back where the buffer tube is, and then it's going to be mirrored on the other side for those two things as well. I'm not going to be disassembling this or anything like that. I trust G&G, they make good stuff. There's no need for me to disassemble, especially because this is limited edition. I don't really want to disassemble this. If you want to see the insides, this should be internally exactly the same as the standard non-American version of this, the non-red, white, and blue, just the plain black one. Should be the exact same internals and the same features, except for the cosmetics will be a tiny bit different between the two. If you have any questions, please make sure you leave them in the comment section down below. I'll try to answer them. All right, that is the end of my video. I do need to make sure I thank G&G for sending this gun out to Oregon Airsoft, and I need to thank Oregon Airsoft for allowing me to do a video on this gun, showing you guys all of its features, all of the unique parts about it. This gun definitely means a lot to me. I do, of course, love being an American. I'm very proud of being an American, and this gun is obviously just a fine example of that. It's awesome that G&G decided to take part in the 250th anniversary of our nation by providing this gun in limited quantities. There's only 2,000 of these, so if you do want one, definitely get one as soon as possible. I know they are on pre-order right now, but who knows how long supplies are going to last. 2,000 seems like a lot, but who knows? That may be gone really quickly, because this is a very high quality gun from a very popular company. And without further ado, God bless America, and have a happy 4th of July.